Okay, this is just a short video tutorial to show staff how to set up a shared file in Microsoft OneDrive. Where will you find OneDrive? Most people will access it via now and via the NTU email link. The NTU email link actually takes you through to the Office 365 suite of things. Okay, by default, your account will normally go into your Outlook email, and to access OneDrive, click on the app launcher, sometimes referred to as the waffle iron, but the app launcher, and look for OneDrive. Okay, this will then connect you through to your OneDrive account. Your OneDrive is where you can share files and folders. They're stored in the cloud, i.e. they're stored on a connected server somewhere that you have access to. Usefully, you can set up shared folders that you can share with your colleagues. If I want to set up a new folder, I go to New Folder, click Create. Right, so here's the folder, and the folder's just been created. We can see it's been created by me a few seconds ago, and it's currently a private folder. If I were to look in the folder, there wouldn't be anything there because I've only just created it. So empty, but I can drag files into there that would then make them available. Okay, I'm just going to drag a file from my desktop into the OneDrive folder. Okay, and this will now sync. Okay, if I want to share this folder, then I can right click on the folder and choose share. I'll then get some options. So by default, do I want to send a link to individual people? Okay, so I could do this. I could type in the name of individual colleagues and it would begin to pull it up from the system for me. But I can also make it more generally available. So do I want to allow anyone with the link to be able to access it, or just people from Nottingham Trent University? For greater security, if you choose just people in Nottingham Trent University, then people who've got the link will have to be kind of logged in through now or otherwise into their NTU Office 365 account, and it will verify this in the background. It gives you some additional security. If you want anyone to be able to share the link, then choose that option. This means you can bring people in from outside NTU. It also means that you may have some NTU staff who are currently using non-NTU accounts occasionally for access. That's a decision for you to make. So I'm going to choose people in Nottingham Trent University with the link. I've also got the option to allow editing. Okay, so if I want people to be able to change the name of files, maybe to delete files, that kind of thing. If I want people to be able to add additional files, then click allow editing. This gives them more rights within the folder. So I can now choose to copy this link, or I could open Outlook and it would have a message, launch a message for me with a link. So copy link, link copied, copied. So I could now take this link and I could send out an email, or I could post the link somewhere, and anyone who gets the link, when they click on it, will go to where this folder is and they'll be able to edit the contents of the folder. Okay, when I set the link up, I set it so it's only shareable by people within NTU. Okay, so what happens if I try and send a link to somebody outside of NTU? Well, I've set up an email and I'm going to post the link in using Control and V, and in a moment it converts it to this shareable link. But look what happens in a moment. So this shareable link, you can see the full link URL that it will go to. But remember, when I set the access up, I restricted it to people within NTU. So if I now click on send, let's see what happens. Right, so I now get a warning saying people outside your organization won't be able to share that particular folder. So I need to click the link to fix it, or I could go back and edit the settings to make it shareable for anybody. Okay? Okay, so I've gone back into OneDrive. And I can go to our demo folder that I set up. Right, if I click on share again, it will give me the option to change those settings. So people, you can specify as the default one. If I click on this one, now if I change it to anyone with the link, okay, so anyone with the link can currently view that folder, so they can view the contents of it, and if I want them to, I can allow editing. I can also set an expiration date. So this is quite useful if you're sharing with people from outside of NTU, maybe externals or a project or something. You want to set an expiration date. You can add an additional password as well. That's up to you. But for the moment, we're going to say allow editing. Anyone with a link can share. I'm going to apply that. Fantastic. I'm going to click on copy link. Brilliant. So there's our link. And I'm now going to, so anyone with a link can edit. Go back into the email. Go. Okay, so I've just gone back to the draft of the email that I created earlier. So I'm going to edit this now. But what I'm going to do is paste in the new link. So we updated the link to make that file shareable. So AAA share demo. We can see where the link would go to. Let's now send it to somebody outside of NTU. Okay, so it's now been sent to the address outside of NTU. What happens when somebody receives that email? Okay, so I'm now looking at an email account that's outside of NTU. Here's the link that I've sent to myself. Here's the link to the share demo. I'll now click on that link. And it's now taken me through to the folder that's on OneDrive.